Okay, today we will see roughly what is connecting load. Connecting load is used in almost all reciprocating engines, not only in IC engines, internal combustion engines, steam engines, and the new version of reciprocating type of engines. All the engines connecting load is a common because first the piston is coming, then piston rod, piston grooves, piston rods, then connecting rod pin, camshaft. Finally, once the camshaft is rotated, it is given to the shaft rotation. This is the reciprocating action sequence of reciprocating elements. Connecting node is also a very important member in the machine element, where you have to see the general guidelines of design. This is a slide. Only you will get an idea, not numerically. Roughly you will get an idea how to move the connecting node design. For that, mainly if it is acting in the steam side, the steam pressure will be acting on the piston. Piston is connected to connecting rod. Definitely that will be conveyed to the connecting rod. For that reason, these are the guidelines available. Now first, load due to gas or steam pressure pi d squared by 4 into P, where P is the gas pressure, and inertia force due to reciprocating parts Fi is equal to R by G W square R omega square R into cos theta plus cos 2 theta divided by L by R. Effective force on the piston F is equal to Fg plus Fi plus or minus, because based on the action it will be, you have to put plus or minus. Numerical side only you will understand that. Axial load on the connecting load, therefore Fa is equal to effective force divided by square root of 1 minus sin theta square divided by L by R. These are our empirical relations, and don't worry. Again, the Johnson equation is available for calculating Fa, that is expressed in the form of Fa by A is equal to sigma by N in another way, because even with if you don't know the net pressure, effective pressure, there is one more method to calculate axial pressure. That is in a different approach and different mode, and this equation also you can utilize. Inertia force also you can calculate using the geometry, gamma by 2g into F into omega square R, like that. And so what I have explained in the previous two slides is what are the forces acting: inertia force, gas pressure, and therefore net pressure. And net pressure, different empirical relations, everything is directly available in the data book, no need of by hearting. So but the connecting rod, when you imagine the connecting rod, the main reason for pressure is, or force is, inside the cylinder pressure. Gas pressure will be conveyed to the piston rod, then conveyed to the connecting rod, then axial force, then the net force, and the different empirical relations. This much you have to remember. So once you locate the pressure, even you can show the load diagram on the member, and like the as a section here indicated here, you can go for the geometry of the connecting load section. Normally we are selecting this type of cross section for the connecting load, where you can, from the previous data of forces, safely you can reach the dimension value of length and the thickness of the connecting load, each area, each section. This is the general guideline. The explanation will not be much clear for you. Once you take a numerical only, you will get a better idea. But what I have done is how to tackle the problem of design of the connecting load. Please remember inertia force, gas pressure, and net force, then load diagram and different empirical relations. Finally, based on the pressure calculated, you have to see the safe dimension of the connecting load in order to not to break. Once you operate the engine system during the pressure, you have to find out a proper dimension for this length, thickness in each sections. Suppose you select a section, normally most of the time this is the cross section of the connecting node. Each section you have to find out the length, thickness. Here length means this is the length, thickness means this one. Here the thickness is this much, length is this much. For that pressure, that is free to you. Once you get the pressure, an effective pressure, for that pressure you can find out the safe limited dimension for the cross section. And once you reach the dimension of the connecting rod, that is the length, then cross sectional width and thickness, then cross section peculiarity, etc. that is will be covering in the dimensions of the connecting rod.